Morning, everyone. In the season of Advent is a season of preparation, right? We prepare for the Lord God Almighty, right? The King of the universe, the creator of heaven and earth, to come into the world as an infant. And it's the paradox of Christianity, right? That the God upon whom we depend for everything chose to depend entirely upon his parents, upon Mary and Joseph. And Advent is also a time, can be a busy time for many of us, right? We're busy with maybe planning parties or going to parties, Christmas shopping, decorating, spending time with family and friends, and so many other things. And these activities can be a real source of joy for many of us. But they can also be stressful and difficult for many people. The shorter days can be depressing for some. And I think for a lot of us, our natural inclination, or at least for me, my natural inclination when I'm faced with trouble or difficulty is to kind of buck up, right? Get through it. I'm strong, I can do this. And handle this burden, whatever it is. But my experience is that usually when I try that approach, it doesn't work very well, because the trouble seems to get bigger, right? The burden gets heavier. And in the gospel, Jesus tells us, bring your burdens to me. Bring your burdens to me, and I will help you. I will lighten the load for you. And he doesn't say, I am almighty, but I will lighten the load for you. He says, I am meek and humble of heart. It's that paradox again. And in order to take Jesus up on this offer to lighten our load, we also have to become meek and humble of heart. We have to set aside the pride, that self-importance that says, I can handle it, I can get through anything. Set that aside and exchange it for meekness and humility. And when we join that with the meekness and humility of Christ, we can get through anything. So this morning, as we gather to share this most sacred meal, it's not a bad idea to take a few minutes and do a little inventory. What's going on in my life right now? What trouble, what burden am I faced with? Whether it's a large trouble or burden or something somewhat small. And we have a choice. We have a choice to buck up and get through it, or we have a choice to be meek and humble and turn to Christ. Today, let's choose meek and humble. Let's choose Christ.